Dogecoin has been putting up some organic buy pressure this week, which is obviously awesome to see, but it's not just about Dogecoin. There's a whole entire ecosystem when it comes to crypto that's what's holding this entire thing up. And one of those big pieces to the puzzle is Robinhood. Robinhood is the place where a ton of Dogecoin holders are currently holding their Doge. More than 60% on our channel currently holding their Dogecoin on Robinhood. And so with that, you start to realize the importance of the app. You start to realize why so many people are looking at what they're doing. We have some very big news for Robinhood that is on the negative side. That news constitutes Robinhood basically being at a point where they could be only a short period of time away from going out of business. And you may ask why? Well, Robinhood's relatively successful. They have a lot of people investing in their platform. Why are they going to go out of business, Matt? What's happening here? And it really comes down to three things. The first one is, as a company, they're not succeeding at the level they would like to be succeeding at. The stock is down massively since its launch, since IPOing, basically just falling. You compare that to Dogecoin, which is also down, but still up massively on the year. Since its beginning, it's gone up a heck of a lot. But with Robinhood, it's a different story. Robinhood has really never had positive momentum as a stock in its entire history of being a stock, which is kind of crazy to think about. Then the next two things just recently happened in the last few days, one of them happening today. And those two things are, first, that Robinhood has actually lost a lawsuit. It was only for $30,000 approximately to a truck driver who sued them over the fact that they actually stopped the trading on a number of stocks. And on that day, a lot of people ended up having the losses. They ended up not being able to sell or not making money on sales that they otherwise would have been able to do.
What is you doing? Finna go hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist.
Sir, I was working out downstairs, but Dogecoin is spiking again and the people are winning.
The people are winning? Well, we can't have that. John, stop the spike. Stop it now.
Now, Robinhood's been sued a number of different times on this, dozens of times, and of all those suits, this is the first one that has ever actually been won. So Robinhood's now going to have to pay this guy $30,000 approximately, and this sets a very big precedent to where a lot of other people are going to want to sue. It seemed kind of frivolous to sue Robinhood in any capacity because he kept losing, but now you have the ability to actually win. And with that, everyone who saw losses on that day may look at this and say, I wonder if we want to come together and sue them, which could create a much bigger lawsuit. And $30K may not do much for Robinhood. They may not really care about that. But what they are going to care about is if a heck of a lot of people come together and sue them all at once, or if they start getting lawsuit after lawsuit. Because the truth is, stopping trading on that day was the wrong move. And we called it out when it happened, and we're still calling it out to this point. But Robinhood does have an opportunity to kind of bring everything back together and do good and do something that will make their image way more positive, actually save the company. That is with Dogecoin. Dogecoin doing well this week, coming back some of the ways, and keep in mind, it did fall before coming back, but still nonetheless, it's cool to see it coming back. And this is something that we predicted was going to happen. It would fall to around that level, then start to come back up again. And then the third thing with Robinhood, though, we're gonna go back to the negative here, is that right now Robinhood is having a number of very serious issues within the company when it comes to the current situation in the world. They have just put out a statement that all employees are now going to be permanently allowed to work from home. And even though that technically has a lot of benefits to the employees, there are positive things with that. Maybe you can argue that the employees need that, especially with the current situation. You can also argue maybe it's an unnecessary step. Maybe you don't actually need to go close down everything. There's both sides to the argument there, but we're not here to talk about that. What we actually want to talk about is the fact that now that Robinhood's going to have all these employees working from home, it is going to decrease communication. It's going to decrease productivity to some degree. Now, there are solutions to that, like video conferences and things like that, but at the end of the day, if you're working from home, you're probably not going to be as productive. Now, there's certain people, say YouTubers, for example, named Matt Wallace, who are still very productive at home. But with exceptions like that, I mean, there are still many studies that show if you work from home, you're not going to be as productive as a company if you have more of your company not together. It's good to be in person and be able to brainstorm, be able to come together to form relationships. And so with that, we may see less of partnerships. We may see less of big moves that Robinhood is making to help Dogecoin once the wallets actually are released. We want to be seeing every single company in the world that has the ability to start accepting Dogecoin through Robinhood. So really, it'll be good to see some of these things change and Robinhood start doing better. But we're not just going to cover only the positive for Dogecoin. We will cover the negative. We will cover everything about it, so you have a full picture of exactly what's happening and you can get the best for your money in this market. I'm Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.